Hello, welcome to this vlog. This month has been super busy. I don't know what happened. I completely lost track of time and I did not record like barely anything for January, so there's like little bits and pieces of things, and I have been having a rough time the last couple of weeks because the two classes that I have this school term, very time intensive. I literally have like no free time to myself and I am very overwhelmed. So the only thing that I've really done is work on the February rewards for Patreon, which I now have a sticker tier if you guys are interested. Pretty excited about that. I really like how they turned out for this month. I'll put like a little preview on the screen. Yeah, I have not kept up a consistent routine with art. I have not been reading. I have so many books that I want to get through, and I haven't had any time or like mental capacity to approach any of that. So I'm hoping that this month I can kind of get back into it and find a good routine with all the homework and everything. I need to split up my time a little bit better when it comes to the due dates, because the way that they have the classes set up, everything is due on one day, even though technically all of those things should be spaced out throughout the week because they're so long. Like the lectures that I have to watch for my art history class, man loves to talk. Let me tell you, he repeats himself a lot, which is a little frustrating, but goes across a lot of really good points. But because of that, the lectures are like 2 hours long. And on top of that, we're also watching a documentary, and then we have to do an essay on that, and then also a quiz based on his lecture. All of that is due on the same day technically, but okay, chicken. Hey. Okay. What the heck? She's over here opening random stuff on my computer. Stop stepping on my keyboard. Yeah, and then on top of that class, I have my sustainability class, which it's a lot of textbook reading and a lot of quizzes in the textbook, and then we have to do quizzes on each chapter of the textbook, and then we have to do like video assignments. So I have to record myself explaining why I chose a certain route for like a scenario that we're given each week, and I have to kind of explain my reasons behind it. It's just like really time intensive. Why are you playing with my hair? But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. It is beginning of February. I just ordered the stickers for the February Patreon reward, and I uploaded the digital download for everyone. Potentially this is probably going to be a shorter vlog and not all that exciting. I do have a little art project that I wanted to start that I kind of started, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish it this month. I'll be so honest. I want to, I really do. I want to be able to like have a little bit more discipline when it comes to actually sitting down and creating art, even when I don't really feel inclined to. Not in a way that is like forcing myself to do it. I think it's just I tend to be very in the mood when it comes to wanting to make art. I have to be in the right headspace, I have to have the right environment, I have to have like the right, it's a whole thing. I'm not very good at just like sitting down and deciding to do it. It has to be like a whole bunch of factors that lead up to me wanting to do it, and that's not really where I want to be with art. I kind of want to be a little bit more disciplined with it, so we will see how that goes. I hope you enjoy this vlog, and yeah, I will talk to you in a minute. Trying a different one. I don't love this stain, but it's the only other one that I have right now. It's a walnut color, so I will see if this will salvage it before I decide to paint the whole thing black. We'll see how this goes. So this is before wiping off the excess, but you can kind of already tell that it's really patchy in some areas. I might have to just paint like the inside of the tray black and then leave the wood stain for the rest of it, but will that look weird if I don't do it for the top too? Because I really don't want to. I'm thinking it might be okay depending on what else I paint on this. I might be able to make it work. I also might not have to paint the tray black. I could probably cover up any patchiness with whatever painting I decide to do. Okay, so I was kind of exploring some ideas on what I wanted to paint on the little trinket dish thing, and I have painted lily pads before, but I'm thinking I might try and do like either something related to water on that bottom of the tray. I'm thinking it could be kind of fun to either draw a little fish or maybe some more lily pads with like frogs sitting on top or something, or like a little duck. I don't know, it would be kind of cute, but I kind of want to do like something watery and nature related, I think. Look at that guy. I think it'd be fun. Okay, a little bit of a vulnerable moment here. The house is pretty gross. I think my depressive moment got the best of me, and I let a lot of cleaning and a lot of organizing go, and it's a little bit of a disaster now. So I'm gonna try and just do one space at a time and see how I feel. I know that the state of the house is kind of adding to how bad I feel right now and how unproductive I feel. Part of that is to blame on school. I feel like it's taken a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, a lot of like mental space. So I really haven't been putting any thought into cleaning or like keeping things in their designated spaces like I normally do. And it's gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. There's also an aspect of this that just like, this house in itself is so old and gross as it is. No matter how much deep cleaning I do, we have reoccurring problems with mold. We have reoccurring problems with bugs, like ants and pincher bugs and just all kinds of stuff in the backyard. I desperately want to get out of this house. My neighbors are parking in front of my driveway now, so it's like I can't even park in my own driveway. I am very, very, very irritated. And I know that is part of why I'm like letting things go, is because it's just like, it's so overwhelming that there's so much wrong with this house. And there's only so much I can do to make it feel clean. Like I never, no matter how deep cleaned it is, I never feel like it's a clean house. And so I keep pushing it off, and I keep telling myself that it doesn't matter because it's gonna be gross anyway. But in reality, I think this is just making my mental health worse. I have been looking at other places, and unfortunately, the area that I live in is just not affordable whatsoever. It doesn't feel good. Plus, this place, because it has not been updated in over a decade, is very, very affordable compared to everything else around here. So I am saving quite a bit of money staying here at the cost of my mental health and probably my actual health, to be honest, with all of the mold in the bathrooms. But yeah, it's not been fun. I'm over it. Actually biting the bullet to like leave though and pay twice as much as what we're paying here is hard to commit to. I would love to leave this area in general. I have not loved living here, but all of my friends are here. My work is here. I mean, that I can transfer anywhere, but I think the biggest part is that like my friends and my family are here. So moving, it's hard finding a place that's a good in between. And then if I commit to move up north where my sister lives, that's a huge step. She will be the only one that I do know up there. So it's hard. It's hard making those decisions and like trying to figure out life stuff like that when it like I've lived here my whole life, and as much as I don't like it, I've really established myself here, but I don't think that I don't think it's a sustainable option. I think there is going to be a point where I'm already priced out of being here, honestly. I don't get paid enough or get enough hours to afford to live here. It's a very depressing thought. That only makes us worse, but for right now, I am going to focus on what I can manage and what I can deal with, and that is the mess. We have like drinks hanging out on the stove that I have not, cat toys everywhere. I literally haven't cooked a home cooked meal in, I don't even know. I think the last vlog might have had a recipe in it. I don't feel very human lately, so I'm gonna try and just focus on my mental health and not try and force myself to make art. I keep looking at that little stand and I want to paint it, but I just like can't bring myself to do it because I keep thinking, oh, I have to do laundry. Oh, I have to clean the kitchen. Oh, I have to clean the bathrooms. Oh, I have to submit this paper. Oh, I have to do this. All this reading needs to be done. I should really just get ahead on schoolwork instead. Like, I keep making excuses not to work on it. So I think I'm just gonna let myself not work on it and have that be okay. And instead, I'm gonna do what I can manage for right now. In one of my previous vlogs, I was talking about how I found these ramekins, and I was trying to find something that had this color because I have my grandma's plates, which are like this color. I'll show you that actually. I was trying to find some bowls and stuff that would match this kind of like brownish orange tone, and I found these ramekins, but I found the perfect bowl. I love these so much. I was talking about how I couldn't find bowls that had that color and were like visually interesting enough compared to the plates, because I looked up online the original set of this dinnerware, and it's, in case you are interested, what is it, Mountain Wood Collection stoneware. I looked up the original set and I don't like the bowls. It was like if I remember correctly, they didn't have any floral design on them. It was just the beige color with like the brown ring around it. This kind of set off a whole new train of thought of like, maybe I should just get some that are completely this color, like the ramekins. And then I found some right after I made that video, and I totally forgot to share it with you guys. But yeah, aren't they cute? They're all scalloped and they look like a flower. So I feel like it fits the theme. They are definitely not vintage. I wanted to thrift some, but unfortunately I could not find anything that I really liked. And I feel like a lot of the ones that I was finding on Etsy that people were thrifting were just the original set. And they are kind of shallow, so I still need some like nice pasta bowls, but this will do for now. this rack is something that I wanted to get rid of since the day we brought it in. I feel like we have the space to put all this stuff. I just have to make some room in those cabinets in the pantry, but we have the space. We don't need this big old ugly thing blocking the wall, and the cats just climb on it and knock things over all the time, and that's why I actually had to switch this and that. Before, this was in the middle and this was like in the corner here, which is why the mirror and the photo are all covered, because that wasn't originally there when I had put those up. If I can get rid of a lot of the stuff on there and find a new place for it, ideal, we'll get rid of it. I want to move this where the dining room table is right now, behind the couch. There's an outlet that I can use for that automatic feeder, so it should be fine. And the cats will stop using that to climb up on there, to climb up on that. It's just, I want it away from the countertops, and like, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Still have a lot of cleaning to do. There is so much stuff. We're taking it a step at a time. The living room is my partner's project. That is his domain. He gets to take care of that one. But for right now, we're gonna try and deal with all of this mess.
Excuse me, can you move?
We're gonna get into giant alien chickens. At this point, I was starting to put two and two together.
It feels weird having it in the corner, so it's probably not gonna stay there. I am tempted to move the whole coffee bar into the corner instead. There is an outlet over there that I can plug the espresso machine into, but that means I have to empty everything out from underneath. I really don't want to move it, so that might be another day's challenge. For right now, you're sitting on the metal rack. It's in the middle of the kitchen. I don't think, here, I'll just show you. Everything is currently sitting on that counter that I just cleaned. So, you know, that's nice. I genuinely think we have too many appliances, like large ones, that are not gonna fit in these cabinets. So I think I'm gonna have to keep the rack for now until I can get like a smaller storage unit thing. I feel like I've done so much work and nothing is really done. Also, I got a package, which is exciting because that's the February Patreon rewards. So I'm gonna have to show you those in a minute. I don't want to leave all of this stuff here overnight because tomorrow is homework day. I need to write a bunch of essays and do a bunch of discussion posts. So yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow and not this.
The old lady just wants to play.
You are so hyper right now. Oh my goodness. Ready? Catch. Well, you didn't really catch it, but good try. Good try. This carpet is so gross. Oh my god. Okay. You gonna bring here? No. You just want to play with it by yourself? Get a gurk. Oh yeah. She's happy.
Rachel is dead.
Alright, this is where we have ended for today. It's looking a lot better. This is also like such a bigger space to work with now too. It feels so much less crowded and messy in here. I just ended up moving the rack to this side, but we've got the little kitty cat station. There's obviously some dishes again because I made dinner, but this feels so much better. I feel a lot less anxious being in this room, which is nice. The other thing I forgot to show you, which I will probably show you in better lighting tomorrow, but we have the February Patreon reward. So if you join the Sticker Pals tier, you're getting a 5x5 vinyl sticker sheet that comes with 3 stickers, and it's Valentine's Day themed. But I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.